Hi, welcome to Darker Days Radio, and I'm Chris Hanley, and this is another episode of Dark Iron, and it's another one of our unboxings for our coffee machine series. So, in this case, we are looking at the Fane of Nyrro Executioner's Toll starter force. Yeah, starter cadre for the Fane of Nyrro for War Machine. And this is our, these are our elves, our undead elves. So this is part of the Dusk faction, but they are the army of the Fane of Nyrro. So this is a Warbeast and Warlock army, rather than say House Callus, which is a Warjack and Warcaster army. So let's have a look at the box art and the back of the box in more detail before we get into the miniatures. So as you can see, we've got a lot more going on here with our box art now. We don't have any grey miniatures on the front. We don't just have painted miniatures on the front. What we've got now is Steamforge showing us how they want to present, you know, the armies in future. So that's cool. The other great thing is, on the back, not only do we have a bit of background material and what this is and what we need to get started, the contents, we've also got now, let's bring that into focus for you, suggested paint schemes using the P3 paints. So, and also it should be noted that the image on the back of this box as well is now a higher definition as well. So they're really nailing how a box should look. So let's get into... So let's have a look at the first set of models from this box, and that is these guardsmen, which, if I check the box, I'm just going to grab over here. This is our Fane Knights. So it's not a character unit. You can have multiple of these in the game. Let's get a bit closer and bring that into focus. Really great sculpts. Only a few supports that need to be removed. Sharp details, as you expect. I can barely see any layer lines from the printing. Let's have a look at this one. Again, same sort of deal. Looking great. Nice chunky axes. This one, the only issue I had with this, let's be honest, there was a small breakage here of the haft of the weapon that was easily glued back on. Otherwise, never breaks from transportation. So that's one set of minis. Put those to one side. So next up, we've got our two characters in here. We've got our unit attachment for the Fane Knights, which is this, let me just check, Sithis Prophet. I'm sure I said that wrong. And then also we have Hysene, who is our Warlock. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So this is the Warlock. Oh, there we go. Really great sculpt. Ginormous executioner sword. Again, barely any supports that need to be removed. Easily removed with like a knife or tweezers. The Prophet. Again, I really love this model actually. It's going to make a really great antagonist model for War Machine. For the roleplay game, sorry. Of course, it's great antagonist in War Machine. For the roleplay game in Iron Kingdoms, it'll make a really great sorcerer or priest. I guess it's appropriate. He is a priest to Nero, or at least they wouldn't be a priest to Nero anymore because Nero's dead. So I guess it's some sort of priest But magic used anyway for the RPG. It's quite sinister. Now, next up, we have... I open another box of bits. Oh, what have we got here? We've got the character Warbeast. So, the character Warbeast is called... Oh, I'm going to lean over and check again. Cyberus. I should check all these, have written down rather than leaning out of shot. Anyway, so let's get all the bits out. So what we've got here is we've got this pillar. So the idea is the model will look like it's carving through the air, shattering this pillar as it goes. So there's a few points here, and where else? Oh no, it's upside down, that's why. So it'll be, I think, here, and here for the model to attach to. So you got this big tail on the body and its wings. That wing fits in like so there. Nothing to magnetize on this one because it's a character Warbeast. Unlike, say, the Starved in Old Umbre, we don't have any slots for magnets, so this isn't an alternate body for your regular Warbeast. So that's how that fits together. Quite simple. Big claws on it. Got its head here, which will go on like something like that. So you get a good idea of how that's going to look, and you know it's going to be quite easy to paint up. Good bit of airbrushing. I'm mostly going to go with, I've said on another elsewhere, I'm going with more of a bone armor look. That'll contrast well with a rich purple for the cloths, and then against the bone and the purple, I can mostly get away with like silvers and metallics. Maybe go with a colder silver for the metallics, and then I can pick out a few things with golds. Glow effects then against the purple. If I want to do glow effects, you know, green is quite good. On the Warbeasts, start with that purple tone. Maybe go a bit darker on the skin, or maybe I want to go purple into something a bit more pale. That'll go with the armor look, and then they'll look more kind of fleshy and so forth. So anyway, that's Cyberus, and then our last box is the Strigon Rider. Obviously, at the end of this video, I will have all these glued together. Maybe also so that I can do some 360s. You'll see those. And then I'll get painting these ASAP, because I finished my mammoth for my Kador army. If you've not seen that, go see that video now. It's only a short. So what we've got here then is the body of the Strigon Rider. Again, only a few supports, no breakages, no nothing on there. We've got the one arm here. I say arm, wing. Got the other one here. So it's gonna look something like, oh, let's get this right. Something like that. Something like that. And then you've got a lance for it to, for the Eldritch to carry, who is riding aboard it, on top of it, whatever. Right, so that is the starter box. You'll have seen some people have already got this. There's already videos out as well, so you can see how people are approaching painting it, because they will have picked it up at Lock and Load EU. I didn't grab one there because I've been fortunately sent one by Steamforged Games, so thank you again. So always great to be sent stuff to unbox and show you what these are like. But that isn't all. So also with this delivery I got from Steamforge Games, I've also got the two Warbeasts. The modular Warbeasts. So we've got the Vordak. And again, you can see this new style of box art and description and paint scheme on there. Same for the Strigon, which is a light Warjack. Like Warbeast. And again, full description, everything there. So let's have a look at these. So let's start with the Strigon. So obviously we've got a base in there. It's on a, I think, 40mm. It's a light Warbeast. Not that the base is meaningful to the designation of it being light or heavy when you consider the size of the base on the Feral, or, yeah, for the old Ombre. So we've got the body. And we've got points for magnetization there. So it comes with 3 different heads. There's 2. One that is kind of muzzled, one that's kind of a, I guess, a screen maybe, and the other one, I wonder if that's the one that's meant to be the acid spitting head. I'm not too certain. I will consider, maybe that one isn't, and maybe that's the acid spitter, because obviously that's an open mouth. Or that's got weird like sacs at the side of the face, so maybe that is. Then we've got 2 sets of wings that we will magnetize to fit on. So some come with blades there, and some which come, and then you get a pair that have that has armor, so it's more of a bare wing, and it's just claws. So you've got, when you make this model, when you can build it and choose your options, so you've got 3 head options, 2 sets of wing options, and then also you've got something called conditioning, which isn't something which is modeled on the model itself, so it isn't a component that you can move around and swap out and magnetize. It's just something that's added extra. So that's that model. Let's put the base there to one side. And then finally the Vordak. So this gives us quite a few options. So again, we've got a nicely sculpted body with magnetizable slots for the arms, wings, and head. We've got 3 different heads. So we've got this Maw, which I think is the lamprey Maw because it's got many more teeth at the edge of the face. We've got, I think this is the alpha or head, because obviously it looks very, it's got a crest. And then there's one more, which I can't remember the name of. It is in the model selection, but, you know, it's just a big, gnarly mouth. I love these beasties. They're quite eldritch in nature. Then arm-wise, we've got 3 pairs of arms, 3 pairs of wings, sorry. So we've got... how's that one fit on? We've got this one, which has got this like bladed claw. I think this is an armored one. Then we've got this one, which has got some long poisonous talon. So we've got a pair of those type of wings. And then finally, we've got this type of wing, which has got these bladed fans here. So obviously it can do a lot more damage. And that's the unboxing done. So at the end of this video, you're going to see some 360s of all of these models. And then I will be producing some content on how to paint them, or how I've painted them. So it won't be me showing you how to paint them, but you'll see images of how I've painted them. I'll try and keep a record of what P3 paints I've used to do that, because I've got most of the P3 paint range, so I will go through my colour scheme for that. I don't have the spray cans yet from P3 for base coats, so if I'm, I will be using those. If there'll be Colourforge if you need to know for reference of what colours I've used for that. I will be doing some airbrushing on these to get the right colours and to get the right kind of filters on things. And P3 is quite easy to thin for using for airbrushing. I've already got articles out on the Fane of Nyrro, as in how they play, what their main feature is, so you can go over to my blog for that. There's also a short video out, which is the introduction to who the Fane of Nyrro are in a more lore term of what the faction is, and where they fit into the Iron Kingdoms in general. Other content that will come out at a later point will be some more images in the way I've been doing with the smoke machine. I've been doing some more photography for that. So if you're interested in how I'm doing that, I will do a quick blog post about that. And then also we've got upcoming, I will be recording some more videos with for Warcasters, sorry. So that's with, that'll be with Gareth and with Mark and Kenda. Please go back and look at the other videos for that. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to get out this video, which you're watching now. You've got some lore you can go look at and watch that video. You've got how they play, you can go read that. And then you can get some pictures on how I've painted them and maybe some discussion on that. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and just stay subscribe to this channel. Go over to Darker Days Radio at www.darker-days.org for more podcast episodes. Go over to our YouTube, subscribe here. Obviously, more content coming out for War Machine that way. There are events coming up. So PeachCon is 9th of August. I'll be running demos there. By the time this comes out, it should be about a week's time by the time this come out. So talking the 28th of June. In Sheffield Outpost, I'm running demos of War Machine there, and then there's hopefully some other events coming up. So that is all for now, so goodbye.